Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video today, we're doing a much deeper dive into City of the Wolves Ken. But let's just take a second to appreciate how beautiful this game is. And just look at Ken. Like, how cool does this character look? I mean, admittedly, he has my colors. That makes a big difference. That makes him even more cool. But wow. Anyway, let me stop gushing over this game and this character. Let's talk about Ken in this game. So I'm not going to go in too much depth about the City of the Wolves mechanics. I assume that you know how the mechanics work. If you don't, then that could be a future video on the channel. But I'm going to talk about the moves, the combos, the combo structure in regards to the mechanics of City of the Wolves. So we're going to start with his light string. So he can get 2 jabs into a special cancel. So jab, jab. You see the third jab will whiff. Same with crouch jab as well. But all lights will combo naturally, which is really interesting. So even like crouch jab, crouch light kick, this will combo, but it even combos into stand light kick. Now this is very similar to Street Fighter V, where you'll get the 3 light strings into light kick connecting. So you will get all 3 hits and you can special cancel that. So you may have noticed that heavy punch DP there only hit twice, whereas more close range, it will hit 3 times. It's not an issue at all, but there is something you can do to extend your combos. So you can use what's called a break. Now, not a break as in breaking something. Braking as in braking for a car. But you can break the special attacks, only certain ones, to extend your combos. Let's do that combo again now, but let's extend it by doing a break cancel. So that is the same combo again, the same string, but then the heavy DP was braked, and then from the break, I did a it's a level 1 super. It's a 1 bar of super to get a follow up. And the reason I had to go for that and not another DP is because the distance between the heavy punch DP and then the break, I need a ranged special that's fast to connect there. So that does the job. There's other options as well. You can go into EX Tatsu, which works, and EX Tatsu also can be braked as well. So there we did a break on the EX Tatsu and we got a heavy DP after it. There we did EX Tatsu into break, heavy DP break, and then we ended the combo with an EX DP. So this is where it gets even more interesting. So now what I'm doing is I'm cancelling an EX move into another EX move. So there, the EX DP in the same sequence as the prior combo, when Ken was in the air, I did an EX Tatsu, which caused the EX DP to cancel into an air EX Tatsu. So this is something else about City of the Wolves. Combo structure in this game, you can go from one EX move to the next EX move. You can keep doing that, and then that is the only way to go into super as well. To go into any of the super attacks, you have to cancel from an EX. You can't do a heavy DP, for example, into a super move. You can only do EX cancel into super move. Or you do something like heavy punch DP, as I did earlier on. You do a break and then you juggle into a super move. Another thing you can do is from an EX move, you can cancel into what is essentially drive impact in Street Fighter 6. So that's sort of drive impact attack. That's the move on the ground. You can do it in the air also, so you have an air option. That's the air version. But you can cancel EX moves into this option as well. So you can use that for your combo routing. So there you can see I ended the combo. It's the exact same combo as before with the air EX Tatsu, and then I cancelled the air EX Tatsu into the essentially the drive impact. It's called Rev Blow, but the air version of that after the EX Tatsu. But you can only do that when you're in SPG, that mode there. So my SPG gauge is set in the middle there, and so my health is halfway to be in that gauge area, whereas Terry is set to SPG. SPG is at the very beginning of his bar, so he has the SPG mechanic at the start of the round. So just to show off the EX moves into EX moves, here's another example. This is me doing OD or EX Jinrai kicks into an EX Fireball, cancelling the EX Fireball into EX Dragon Lash. And then I can finish with a heavy DP. I can do an EX DP, I think, there as well. And then also go into super. So the combo routing has some similarities to Street Fighter 6, but the ability to do EX move into EX move it's very cool. It does create some very interesting, wild combos. And the way the spend costs you in terms of bar, you'll see that gauge on the bottom left there go up with each EX spend. So when you link an EX into EX, that gauge will go up a lot faster. You can see it's filling up, and once it gets full, you'll be essentially burnt out. There you go. When you're in overheat, what happens is you can be guard broken. So your guard bar will deplete, and you can get guard broken during this state. So if you look at Terry's bar at the top there, it's going down significantly. Once it gets to that level, you get a free combo after the guard break. So there's no wall splat in the corner like in Street Fighter 6. There's no change in frame data, I believe, as well. It's just the guard break, just to prove that theory. You can see, you can still block that. That does actually drain the bar massively when you do the rev blow, but you don't get a wall bounce in the corner. Some of these things I mentioned in the previous video, but we'll cover them in this one as well. So the things that I found interesting were crouching medium kick is hit confirmable, which is awesome. Ken's target combo, it's similar to the one in Street Fighter 6, but it's medium, medium, medium in this game. If you only do the first 2 hits of the target combo, the kick target combo, this can be special cancelled, very similar to Street Fighter 5, but this is better used as a whiff punish tool because it whiffs if they're crouching, even at close range. Ken has a standard overhead, so you don't need to do run to do overhead. To do the overhead, you do forward and light kick. That will give you an overhead. You do need to be careful when doing things like stand light kick into, say, DP. If you do stand light kick and you press forward around the same time, you won't get stand light kick. You'll get the overhead, which can be a bit annoying. So you've got to be careful when cancelling from a stand light kick into DP. You have to do the DP input, the forward, after pressing stand light kick. Otherwise, you will get the overhead. Run is different in this game. So to do run, it's not pressing 2 lights or 2 medium/heavies. Depends how you look at it in this game. But that does not give you run. Doing 3 kicks does not give you run. To get run, you have to do a quarter circle back and punch, which is interesting. But you get a lot of options out of run. It's going to take some adjustment getting used to this, but with time, I feel we can learn this. It's not too difficult, but it is a mind F. Get used to that from Street Fighter 6 and Street Fighter 5. So doing things like that, doing stand heavy punch into run stop jab, it doesn't combo naturally. But on something like a wild punish is essentially punish counter. You can hit confirm from the pause, from going to run, do the run stop, and you can see there that I actually got crouch heavy punch after the run stop from the stand heavy punch wild punish situation. Combos like this are possible. That's probably not even an optimal combo, but that was a stand heavy punch into run stop from the wild punish, crouch heavy punch into light tatsu, and then a heavy DP after it. So decent damage, no meter spent at all, but there's probably much better routes to go for. But just an example of how run stop works, how the combos look in this game potentially. This is a bit of a throwback to Street Fighter 5, but crouch medium punch on hit is +6, I think it is. Yeah, +6. This does combo naturally into his stand medium punch, which is what would have been his back medium punch in Street Fighter 5. So you can get that combo sequence, which will look very familiar to you if you played Street Fighter 5. So the crouch medium punch into stand medium punch, back medium punch, the chin buster combo works naturally in this game. Chin buster target combo does not juggle, so you'll get a grounded follow-up after it. There you saw me end the combo with heavy tatsu. What's interesting about heavy tatsu in this game is, even when grounded, you get a light DP after it, which is very cool. So something like this is totally feasible in the corner. So crouch and medium punch is hit confirmable as well. Has quite a big hit confirm window. But being so heavily plus on hit, a counter it can be linked into supers similar to Street Fighter 5. This is a max range crouch medium punch. It won't link into crouch medium kick, but you can go straight into a level 2 super there. So this, I don't really understand it, so I need to learn more about this. But you have a feint. Now, every character has a feint. It's done by doing the rev guard button and kick together. I've got it mapped to a single button. So the feint, Ken's only feint is a fake fireball. So he has his fireball, his OD fireball. But if you press the feint button, you can get this fake fireball, which can maybe bait people to jump. It can do other things. But the main thing I found it doing is it changes frame data on block. So stand heavy punch is -8 normally. See the frame data on the left hand side. Crouch heavy punch also is -11. But if you do these buttons into feint, +1 the stand heavy punch, the crouch heavy punch. Okay, you can't do that into. Oh, you can. -4. It changes the frame data. So I guess there's mix-ups here because you get plus frames. It should normally be minus type thing. I don't know. So you maybe still turns. I have to explore this, but I thought I'd share it in the video just to let you know. But feint seems to be a tool to open up opponents, to bait them into certain things, to mix them up. Ken's heavy kick in this game, this move here, is 11 frame startup. This is probably the fastest this move's ever been from the games that I've played. In Street Fighter 6, it's 12 frames. In Street Fighter 5, it's 14 frames. So this is a very quick move. And this can be special cancelled, similar to what you could do in Street Fighter 5. So you can't cancel it into a special attack, like a fireball or a DP, but you can cancel it into, of course, run. Cancel it into run, it's -7 on block. But where you'll likely be using this is where you score a whiff punish. So where you get a wild punish with this, it causes the same knockback you get in Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6. So you're going to get juggles from this situation. Look familiar? So again, I don't know if these are optimals, but I'm just showing some examples of the combo routes using the break and the EX into EX. So Jinrai kicks in City of the Wolves. You've got the light Jinrai, heavy Jinrai, you've got OD or EX Jinrai, and you have the same follow-ups. You've got the low, the light attack, you've got the high attack, which is heavy. If you hold back heavy, you get the overhead. So those are your options out of Jinrai. You can use it in a similar fashion to Street Fighter 6. I've got Terry on block set to do a 5 frame attack after blocking. I think 5 frame is the fastest move in this game. The fastest normal. Correct me if I'm wrong. But using light Jinrai into the low follow-up, this will counter hit. +6 on hit, meaning you'll get counter hit combos in this situation. What's interesting is if you commit to the high kick afterwards and it frame traps, but there, if you get counter it, it causes a juggle state, meaning that you can get some juggles. I don't know the optimal juggles at the moment, but you can get situations after that. So I'm still scratching the surface with this game and this character, but the similarities to Street Fighter 5 Ken and Street Fighter 6 Ken are here. If you like either 5 Ken, 6 Ken, both Kens, and have an interest in City of the Wolves, I highly recommend picking this game up and giving it a try. I'm not saying to all rush and buy it. You're going to love this game, but they've done a fantastic job of Ken in this game. And I think if you like Ken as a character, if there's elements that you like from 5 or 6, then you will enjoy him in this game. I'm having a blast exploring this character, so I can't wait to delve in deeper. That is a video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions or any queries, always give me a shout. I'll continue doing some exploring of the character and sharing the knowledge on the channel. So yeah, look forward to that. Catch you next one. Take care.